Yes, of course. A good morning. Yes, a very good morning to you. The station is GN Radio UK. My name is Dr. Rena. This is your morning show. The show that everybody is talking about. From the North London to South London, East to West. It says GN Radio UK is the best. Welcome on board. There is more to be discussed this morning. We will definitely be speaking to the independent presidential candidate, Mr. Kofi Morik Ghana. And so tell a friend to tell a friend that the hour has come. At exactly at 10 a.m. this morning, we will be speaking to Fortwell solicitors. It is all about legal matters this morning. A lot of people think that the only way to have a stay in this country is to get married to somebody who is a British citizen, but that is not the only case. I believe that there is more than that to be able to live in this country to and fro. So we shall be speaking to lawyer Daniel Coy on these matters. I know you have heard and you have seen it on most of the social media networks that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, former president of the dear Republic of Ghana, has finally announced his running mate in the person of our own Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman. Is he going to be the candidate that will win power for the NDC again? Is she the best person, the best half for the NDC? Already, the New Patriotic Party have already taken swipe on this professor. According to them, that His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama is not taking Ghanaian serious. We shall be looking at it when we cross over to discuss it with these political parties, i.e. the MPP and the NDC. Do you think that Professor Jane Mensah is the one that is going to sway the floating voters to vote for the NDC? Is she the best candidate in your opinion? Why not join this discussion? It's all about the facts and the truth. Welcome on board. We are live on Facebook and also we are live on TuneIn and YouTube. All that you have to do is just type in GN Radio UK and make sure that you follow us. Is Ghana ever ready for an independent candidate to lead us? Will you vote for an independent candidate? Are we ready as a country? It has happened somewhere in a West African country called Benin, where they voted into power the businessman and an independent candidate. Do you think Ghana is also ready? You surprise my enemies. You push me to the top on the wings of the eagle. You are the praise. This morning, let's look at our morning's motivational message. And with us bringing the morning's motivational message is Unique Financial Protection. And it says that coronavirus is teaching us a very important and painful lesson. From major health concerns to economic meltdowns, everything is in turmoil. So there has never been a better time to insure you, yourself, and your family. From protecting your income, mortgage insurance, and life insurance, we've got it all. You are with Unique Financial Protection and you are in safe hands. Now you can sleep a bit easier knowing if the worst should happen, your family, your property, and your income is safely protected. You've been merciful to me. At Unique Financial Protection, we pride ourselves in our free, no obligation advice before recommending any insurance, and we would like to insure you at your own budget. Won't pay way now, pay. So get in touch now and do what is right, and for yourself, your children, and loved ones. Call now on 078 6096 32223. For your free assessment and advice, kindly do call now. Yes, of course, and the station is GN Radio UK. This morning, we'll be crossing over and we'll be speaking to Marek Kofi Gan, an independent candidate that wants to occupy the office of the presidency. We'll be asking him some few questions, and if you have any other question, why not? You can also send it right now whilst we very soon cross over and have this morning's discussion.
Shut Valley, shut movement,
This is GN Radio UK. NPP bloha de ko la yejina mifia hana adanga neogba dodonami madakuku jai ba magavoda da wala ba numa vivia ova sobo apa agobia adabia gake ago madamio ya taja gbagba na adifia ba yajayazo le fa peve plebla voya fa akodadama dakona Kofi Marek Gani ba du koma viona akpo dede ple khocho chu fukpakpa yaukata shime.
Yes, of course.
Akamfue nkramfue ayigwefuo dagombafuo ni nipaku ahodo aka ni nyina munim se Kofi Ghana ya obrane osun wale na ho ye fe oya kokrodufo na ho ye din aboa no yonko abuo suro no mpani se mpani tusa na komabunu diem oya baburu chen wana won pre omampani adwa mfiem pim yenu ni aduanumu nu na sabakwen su ndi fatano a na fatana kono wanyankropon hwedi ampon bese yi adom se yato abanuma no nyamfo monfafo Kofi Ghana obama yemboto mu anyini melema ani ahofɛ so berima Kofi Ghana bomrika butuo na bedi kan ma yenko oman Ghana hian eya wonko a
This is GN Radio UK. This is GN Radio UK.
Yes, of course. It is my honor to tell you that the independent presidential candidate, Marek Kofi Gan, ever ready to occupy the seat of presidency at the Flagstaff House or Jubilee House come December 7th, 2020. Are you going to vote for him? He is young, very affable, very intelligent, a chartered accountant, and a builder, of course. We will go shortly and speak to him. But before that, just listen to this one, and when we come back, we will go crossover and speak to Mr. Kofi.
This is GN Radio UK.
You a woman, ke atame, anyeme him, ke anyeme ye, anyeme oblahi, ke anyeme oblaye, nyeme fe, mimba nyedin omanye ye, mi panye fai, ne boa mitwe, ye yuemo fio kukeke, ninka hanye ne, nye kenye tui.
This is GN Radio UK.
Efe afi nyumenyo, ke paune, ni wo bon oshikifon, ye yuemo ni blofo ba ke democracy na. Ni da afi edwe, wonyeme ni wo fon oshiki ne wo ha me, ameba, ni ambayo yuemo doko bi ke ngomwen, ke wo watuyami, ni ke wo fon oshiki wo ha me pe etan, ike amefliki yo ke fui, tamo afi, ni wo na eyise kula, ni ke afi edwe hu etanhuwe, amesa ameku amese ku ameba ni ambalaka wo keshika bibi ni aketumo wona bena fe wo hin aje laka mo na me laka wo ni ametumu eni ameha wo kemi ni bi baba o ni amesa amecho le keshika ne no ni amekehio wo de oshikifon na ko anyami min babufai je ko lo eji wo alo to eji wo ni ama wo dwai akewoye ni amele amaye bai pepai ni awu amegbemeti ami hewale ni anyeme je wo ehun jiwo ni amalaka wo kabele ni ame konjino na amaye ni eyemmobo akeda afiyedwe ameba keleke laka moene no ejake amebuo wake meni nile sheson anyeme Ghana bi isake leke gbeni wo nyeme ne ke wo chono ni ameke laka awo isafo ye 2020 oshikifon nemli ni wota ogbe ni bani won wo bi ke wona bi anagbe na papai ye manse ke mane nfe wo nyeme ne ameke amema mohila chamo ipapai amehama sika mebe wale manse di ye na me amata amehe e wa nyeme ko oke ohon ni papa ohame oyeko alo osa no kwe kamuko ohoni ni ehame ne ke ni ehon ne ehon ni papa nyeba ya ni le ne ehon ni ehame esa ina be anyami wohinga akesha moto ne ni yuone kamuko bio po akesi anyami oye sidi akpe enumai enumo poho osunde sisiye nika le no kweni na boturuka uka aflo ohe na jemo no ho na hwale peja ke o anyami radio UK le kegbe mene no baba klaka wo na ko wa ke wotela sika no chi homo yiwo ewo afro shiki aha me oshiki na afro ha me noji onya ke fimo ke yin asisue mo ne amehwe wo ne anyame nya ne wo ya wo hia no kwa eja ke NDC ke NPP amelaka wo tie amelaka wetie ni lololue amenta ogbe strot kokro no na ma acho na ma laka we ko anyamenya no hia ba wo hino hie ni bi ya ehin sinyumo dromo ke mobo na mo eha wonunko ni leke nune mi baba yehudase matonye leke wonye wo fon siki wo hale aw anyame e ba fe ni na mo ke hwelemo ke heyeli kama ha wo mangana ni leke oblanu ne egbaiji Marik Kofi Gan ni obanyo fu egbe nopo no tele Kofi Ghana apale ole sablan ye egbe ake Kofi Ghana Marik Kofi Gan obanyo fu no kura no tele Kofi Ghana anyami leji moni edwon wonyeme ahe leji moni yosumo ke mobonamo ke itomfan ke ha Ghana anyame nyanu wo fa osika wo ha wonyenu Kofi Gan neba kura wo mangana neba kwa wo mangana anyamenye bomitwe wonyenu Kofi Ghana ne eje NDC miye eje le no nwe eje MPP mi si Ghana form obedient jile ni eba ake eba fe party sanji ni Christopher Nyokpanani ni enuomofia mo shishin eje ake Christopher Nyokpakpa fe Christopher Nyokpakpa ekenye mefe hioshin ye to enjolemli ewo ewiemo ne fo wiemo di ake kenye hale afiedwe ni esomo ma tamoboni nyeta wo anyami ledente e ba die kotoka ni ba yi sika waje sen wulu eno Marik Kofi Gan alo Kofi Ghana eba aka ebe ba kwa wo bia sukun sadin ojogba.
Yes, of course. A very good morning to you. Welcome to GN Radio UK. This morning we are privileged and we are also fortunate to have the presidential independent candidate, Marik Kofi Ghana. Everywhere they call him Kofi Ghana. Is he the one to rescue us? Is he the one to give us the hope? Is he the one to give us the jobs that we have been craving for? Let's cross over and welcome him. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Red. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm very well. Always London.
We thank God. We thank God. Let's start off with this news that is now making the headlines in Ghana now. The running mate of His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. What's your thought on his choice?
Well, I think it's a win for our democracy that the one thing we have been talking about is beginning to happen, which is that we are beginning to actively engage women into our politics at the very high level. I've always said, you know, we go around saying women are facing a glass ceiling in terms of rising within society. But I always say sometimes women may break that glass ceiling, but there is always a steel ceiling that men who are already at the very top can support in breaking from top down. And I think, you know, it's a good move, and you know, we congratulate the Prof for being selected as the running mate of ex-President Mahama.
Nice one. We will even also come to yours, whether if you're also going to appoint a female as your running mate. But quickly, for the better of those that are watching us via our social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, and also those that are watching us in other countries in Europe, Belgium, Italy, Germany, that are watching us. Briefly, who is Marik Kofi Ghana? I know this question a lot of people have been asking you. and as a journalist, you cannot start any conversation without introduction. And so you can marry it and the purpose and reason why you want to be the president.
Right. Mr. Red, so my name is Marik Kofi Ghana. Now they call Kofi Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, a full-blooded Ghanaian. I was born in Keta, the government, Jalukopa Government Hospital, which is in Keta. And I went to, you know, I grew up in Keta, a grandson to a fisherman, and I was helping my grandmother sell foods in Keta market. So I'm a very typical village Ghanaian boy, town Ghanaian boy. And then I went to Keta Secondary School, finished there, got admission to read chemistry at Legon, at which point I decided I wanted to go back to my first love instead of the sciences, which was business studies or the arts. So I chose accounting, and so I ended up a chartered accountant. I've worked in Ghana for a long while, done quite a lot of audits for big and small, medium, and every level of organization. And then I left for the UK. So I am a diasporan as well. At least I used to be a diasporan. So I was in the UK, worked for some really, really, really good organizations. The Commonwealth of Nations Secretariat, which we popularly call ComSec, Christian Aid and the rest, and then Crown Agents, the very latter part. But all that saw me, luckily, being blessed with working and engaging in over 20 countries globally. And so I find that a real blessing because it makes you see the world from 20 plus different perspectives. And that always helps going forward. So the reason for wanting to do this or doing what I'm doing now, which is to run for office, it's not been, one single item that has happened. It's been a series of things that have happened over time. And it all started from me driving my pregnant sister to the hospital some time back, a long time ago when she was pregnant. And she was offered the floor, and I couldn't say anything because I saw other women who were also sitting on the floor. For me, that was a turning point at which I said to myself, something has got to change about this country. And then I think after that, it was a series of things. I talked to my father about when they were growing up because I just wanted to understand whether the Ghana we are in now was progressing or not. And when he shared his stories about how when they were in the University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, they used to have buffet breakfast and buffet lunch, and they had jobs aligned for them before they left campus. And in fact, those who were science students were actually being paid to go to school. And so you think about that now, and I ask myself, well, during our time, there weren't a lot of all that happening. And today, students don't even have hostels to sleep in, or if they do, they're 5 or 6 to a room. So, it just tells you we've not really been progressing. Then you look at things like health and, our life expectancy hasn't really moved much. You look like education, and it appears as though, children who are up to 6 years old, only 10% of them can read, which really means they don't have access to education. And so there's all these things that have happened for me, and I'm sure have happened for a lot of people as well. And I interestingly see myself as a middle ground generation where I have seen the dreams of our fathers not fully fulfilled for Ghana as they intended it. And here I am asking myself, what are we going to leave behind for the generation coming after us? And so my generation, you and I's generation, actually have a real big task ahead of us. And you get to that point where you realize that if we don't get up and do something about this, it will be an indictment on our own individual destinies. And so that's what brought me here. I see this as a duty, not a motivational agenda. This is a real duty to us all as Ghanaians, that we should rise in times like this and help put Ghana back on its pedestal. We used to be the black star of Africa. It's about time we go back to that. Look, my final reality is this: this country is hungry for greatness.
We will go into the in-depth of the duties that you see this call. But one would ask, married, any children?
I have been married in the past. I am no longer. And yes, we've got children between us. We've got 4 children between us. And so yeah, that is my position now. But I mean, I am hugely focused on the agenda now, what we're doing now, and that's really what is driving me now. I mean, this conversation has come up before, and I said to people, I don't know why this it keeps coming up, because our very own what's his name, Kofi Annan also was divorced, but he still did his best for this entire world.
That really for me is not even the point of the argument and the path that I want to go, but just to make sure that we know who the independent presidential candidate Mary Kofi Gan is. Any fond memories when you were in the UK? I learned that you came here as a chartered accountant with wearing your suit, believing that when you come, you walk into an office and then start wearing another suit. How was the experience?
I call London the leveler, because it puts aside everything you think you have, and it makes you on the same level with everybody else. But it was an interesting experience. When I came in, the first job I had to take was a cleaning job.
As a chartered accountant from Ghana.
Oh, yes. I worked as a cleaner in Walthamstow area. That's East London.
Yeah.
And then I worked as a security guard in Dartford.
I'm sure you love the security than the cleaning.
Oh, I love the security job. I love the security job. I was a cadet in secondary school, so for me that was close to home. And then I also worked as a construction site person at some point. So yeah, I mean, those were really interesting experiences. But there's something I learned from all of that, which is that, even in those jobs, two things I learned was that the jobs were so decent, it didn't make me feel demeaning that my status had been brought down. I still went to those jobs. They were decent jobs. I still earned a decent living, which was I actually earned more than I was earning as a chartered accountant in Ghana.
Wow.
So I could still pay my rent in the UK, even though that's the biggest chunk of what you use your money for. But all in all, I felt it didn't look like I was lesser of anybody in society going into those jobs. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned, that it is possible to create jobs and make people feel that they are also a part of a bigger society without anybody feeling lesser of the other. And I think the other thing I learned critically was that, if we can create jobs in this manner, societal decency and the whole society gap can actually be dealt with differently. And so those are lessons I have carried away. But yes, it's good to have a system that levels everybody. I kid you not. Let me just say quickly that I used to, I think one of the other things I learned quickly, sorry for that, but I used to live not too far away from the Honorable Chuka Omuna, who is actually still the shadow business minister in the UK. And we use the same train, we use the same Asda shop, we use the same pub. And it just made me realize that in Ghana, we make too many gods out of ordinary men. I mean, this guy was very down to earth, very basic. And I think that is one of the things that has inspired me. People call me honorable, and I said, just stop honorable. Just call me Kofi. I mean, at the end of the day, the name honorable has been really messed up in Ghana anyway. So yeah, those were lessons well learned.
So that means you used to take those Streatham trains, just
exactly. Exactly.
Kofi, one would ask, why independent candidate? Why independent? Why not join the CPP, the PPP, the MPP, so that you can make your presence felt? Because Ghana, as we know, these two political parties, the MPP, the NDC, it's not easy to beat them for the seat of presidency.
Everybody says it's impossible until somebody does it. Who would have thought? Israel never thought they would leave the grip of Egypt until they did it. And then after that, we all understood the sense of freedom. And so I don't believe, I think we are where we are because those were the only options Ghanaians have been offered for so long. And for 27 years, they have not delivered. And so me joining any of them is actually me endorsing everything they have done in the last 27 years. And I think that would be an indictment to all of us as citizens. And so I chose the path of independent candidacy for quite a number of reasons. First of all, because Ghanaians have lost trust in the political party system. Number two, unfortunately, the parties are so entrenched in their ways that going into any one of them would mean actually having an internal fight completed before you actually step out to fight for the country. And so those are very two key reasons. The last reason is that in reality, the way we've managed our country. We've managed our country just as we've managed our political parties. So, these parties come into power and operate as though they are one single family, and therefore nobody can establish anybody in the back. And so even if people go wrong, there's no professional agenda to managing the state. It's all about, we can't kick our own brother or sister in the back because it will make our party look bad. And so the focus has been on party and not on state. And I've always said, there is an art to winning politics, but, there is an entire business of running a state which has nothing to do with, how you run your party. And so these are fundamental differences for me that, there's no way I could have joined the NDC or the NPP. It was just totally out of order. We can't, we've done this for 27 years. Nothing has happened. It'll be foolishness on my part to, follow the same route and expect that something different immediately would change.
So to you, you think that the MPP and the NDC haven't, lived up to the expectations and the promises that they have promised Ghanaian for these 27 years. And so Marik Kofi Gan is coming and bringing something different. How different are you going to be from these two political parties or more?
Well, to start with, I am not, I have not been tainted by the, the NDC or the NPP. So I actually have the political will to change the things that need to be changed, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm coming in as a total outsider. It means that I see, I see things from a totally tunnel vision party perspective. Nobody can now say this is the way we've always done it as NDC, when in fact the environment we are now, both domestically and internationally, has changed, and therefore we need to do things differently. So on the one hand, I am not tainted by the political cloud. On the other hand, I am a professional. That is key. And I've always been a professional. And I think what we need now is people who are accountable, people who can deliver value for money for this country. And those two things are the very lives I have lived in my profession for the last more than 1 decade. And so I'm coming on board with all these things that have been my daily routine, which is making sure that whatever money is spent, we get more out of it, ensuring that whatever money we're getting from the Ghanaian people, we are showing accountability for it. And so those are key things. The other thing that I think it's a big plus for me is that, Dr. Ren, I have at least, by the grace of God, another 40 or 50 years to live. And so I am invested in this because this has to work well so that I myself, my life can do well. And so I have a personal investment in this. I'm not doing this so that in a few years' time I have some money stashed away to go on pension. No, I'm doing this because my next 40 years, my next 50 years are standing right in front of me, which is exactly the position that a lot of youth and a lot of middle-class people find themselves, is that they need to be sure that the next 40 or 50 years are years that they can look forward to. And so I'm invested in making sure this works. Plus, I'm widely traveled, so I understand where the world is heading, and therefore, I have a very clear mind as to where and how we can position Ghana in that future world. We're not where we used to be in 1957 or 1992. So those are my positions.
So now, going back to what you said about the personal investment, what's the situation like on the ground? Are you being received very well? Are Ghanaians saying that the man for the moment is Kofi Ghana?
Well, two things are happening. One, if you notice, people are becoming a lot more vocal, a lot more taking interest in how their votes are cast and the value they expect to get out of those votes. Because we have a lot of young people now who don't care what their family tradition has been. Have they always voted for the NDC? They don't care about that. They just want their lives to work. So we have that happening. Alongside the fact that people are genuinely very tired of the NDC and NPP. So So if you put all that on one side, the other side to it is that they are looking. And so a lot of people are beginning to take notice of the fact that I am standing out here and I have made the call. I have a lot of young people backing this agenda. And I must say that, and kudos to all the young people and the middle class people who are supporting this agenda, because quite a number of them have gone beyond themselves and tried to use their influences to bring in others. So I've got young people who, from time to time, they'll come and tell you, oh, I've convinced my parents to now be on board. And there are quite a lot of elderly people who are beginning to sense that, you know what, if this is what we have chosen this last 27 years and it's messed us up, it's about time we choose something different for our children before we pass out of this world. So the response has been positive so far, and I believe it will continue to be positive all the way to December.
Now, let's look at some of the visions that you have. It's stated somewhere that you are somebody that you think that corruption is something that when you come, nobody can tag you with corruption because, after all, you're not corrupt, and that the way you're going to fight corruption is not going to be like the NDC, the Adodankwe Kufuado, having somebody like the Martin Amidu there who has still not lived to any expectation. How are you going to fight corruption, which we all know that is something that really, really...
GN Radio UK.
Yes, I believe, you see, the way we fought corruption, I mean, I am an accountant, so this is a real big knack for me, this thing, corruption. I think the way we fought corruption is that we've always seen it as it can only be fought legally. Well, it cannot only be fought legally. And so I am looking at fighting corruption from different perspectives, because corruption has different forms and shapes. But very quickly, a few things I am planning, and my team we're planning to do is, first of all, without leaving it out, enforcement. Enforcement. I believe in enforcement. I have lived my entire life on this basis of enforcement, is that we have some of the finest laws. People just don't have the political will to enforce them. Like I said earlier, because when they do, it also affects party people. My advantage is that I'm coming as an independent candidate. I do not have any party chairman or party mafia or party elders to worry about. So I will enforce the laws to the full letter without fear, without favor. That's critical. And it requires that we give some independence and without political interference to the institutions, the police, the SHRAG, the IOCO, to get on with their job and get it done. It also means appointing the right people, very hard people in those positions, like my friend Mr. Domelevo, to ensure that, they don't look in people's face when they are, carrying out their duties. That's what we need. So that's one thing.
Before you go there, is he a potential running mate for you?
That's another conversation to be had. But Mr. Domelevo is a fine accountant, fellow accountant, and so I respect him very, very much. He's chalked a lot of successes for this country, even internationally, where the value of our audit is seen. So we should respect that at least, But, going on to the other key things we're planning to do, another area we're trying to make sure we deal with corruption is that, the Bank of Ghana, we need to separate its fiduciary duties from its prudential duties. And I think that's a sensible thing to do, because you cannot have one institution managing, being the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, the executioner within the financial services environment. So that is something that critically needs to happen. And I'm talking about this from a very, very technical point of view, because, we've seen all the failures that have happened within the banking sector, and yet nobody seems to talk about the reality that the very same Bank of Ghana is responsible for supervising this bank so that they didn't have to get to where they got to. And so those are critical things we need to deal with. And then finally, well, it's not the last thing, but, of the top three things, one of the other big areas we want to deal with in terms of corruption is that we want to ensure that people get very, very affordable housing. Now, when I say this, people ask, how does that have anything to do with corruption fighting? But the reality is that affordable housing you see, in Ghana, one of the biggest social values is owning a property.
Of course.
In fact, it's the top biggest social value.
Of course, and even sorry to cut you, of course, and even people in the diaspora, everybody wants to, we work hard, we make sure that we send money back home to have a property.
Absolutely. And you see, the thing is that if you are getting to age 40, age 50, and you know that you are going to go on retirement soon, and you don't have a property or something to call home when you finally go on retirement,
you look for other avenues.
Panic. Yes. And when you start panicking, you've literally just started, just by yourself, creating motivation for you to be corrupt. And so we do need to make housing genuinely affordable. And then there are ways to do that, and we are committed to do that.
When you talk about affordable, are you talking about the affordable as in 120,000 United States dollar?
No. I'm talking about affordable as in it should no building being built should be less than a maximum of 80,000 Ghana cedis. Or even 70,000 Ghana cedis if we can push it. These things are possible, Dr. Ren. They are possible. I think what we've just had in the last couple of years is just some big men being greedy, so they build the building in such a way that, they themselves can go out and buy them and then start renting to the ordinary Ghanaians. That has to stop. If we put Ghanaians at the center of this, I have talked to a lot of building companies, a lot of building organizations and high players in that industry, and everybody tells me it has always been possible. So,
but looking at even your price, the 80,000 Ghana cedis.
That is a maximum. That is the maximum.
Okay. Because I wanted to find
from 50,000 thereabout to 80,000.
Okay, and so that means that per what you said, is it going to be easy for
a young person starting work at, say, even 27, by the time they get to about 37, in 10 years, they should have been owning a property of their own.
But somebody would say that the majority of Ghanaians are in the informal sector, the market women, the
they are not being taken out. They are not being taken out at all. Every single Ghanaian who is hardworking should be able to get on a property ladder. And the way we are looking at this is that, look, Dr. Ryan, we don't have to say everybody, and we are not saying everybody has to get a property within 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If somebody can stretch themselves to 20 years and still be able to get a property before they are incapable of working again, then we'll give them the opportunity to do that. But by all means, let everybody get the opportunity to get a place they can call home. And I think this is not something we're doing in isolation. The other side to all of this is that we do want to create a very vibrant economy so people can go out there, get jobs, and work. And then that's how money comes in, so that they can use to make create wealth for themselves through owning properties. So these are not things we're trying to do in isolation. We're doing this also on the mindset that we will attempt to expand the economy and make sure that people who can work actually go out there and get jobs to do.
By expanding the economy, what are some of the measures that you're coming into power, you're going to be bringing onto us, considering the number of debt that Ghana is owing now?
Yeah, I mean, a large part of our debt is just the madness of our spending within the public sector. There's a lot of things that has happened in the public sector that is hugely unnecessary. One of the key things we want to do is to cut down on the public discretionary spending, which means that I, for example, will not be having more than 50 ministers, and that already.
This is GN Radio UK.
You mean more than 50 ministers?
I said I won't be having more than 50 ministers.
Whoa.
So if you take the number of ministers we have now from 120 all the way down, then that already, you're already slashing that level
chunk of
spending.
Money. That means that you're getting rid of a chunk of money that is being spent to pay others.
Exactly. Look, Dr. Ryan, Ghana is not Ghana is not like an exceptionally huge country. I mean, what on earth do we need 120 ministers plus? It's not even 120, it's plus 120 ministers for. You know, how many ministers does the UK have? You know, not up to 100.
Yeah.
You know, and yet, you know, London's economy alone is way bigger than our whole national economy. So, you know, London has what? Just one mayor.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we need to start being realistic with some of these things and being all flamboyant. And so those are some of the things we want to cut down costs. We want to push ourselves to spend within our limits. And if, you know, but there are other activities we want to carry out. For example, we want to push to the forefront, you know, an entirely huge new economy around tourism and the arts, because those are low-hanging fruits. We have everything it takes to run a very successful tourism economy. We just haven't done it. Well, I don't blame the governments that have been in the past, because I always say if you're not being a tourist yourself, you will never understand the economy of tourism. I have been a lifelong tourist, and so tourism is one area I feel is a low-hanging fruit that we want to encourage and expand on. It will also help our arts. We've got the culture, we've got the history, we've got the weather, we've got the people, we've got everything to make tourism successful. And it doesn't cost much to go into tourism as it costs to get into the oil sector and the mining sector and all that, which is why even though those are high-earning areas, a lot of them are being flooded just by foreign companies and not Ghanaian companies. And so I think fundamentally there are a lot of things we need to shift around in the economy. I have a vision for Ghana's economy, which is that by the turn of the next, 6 to 8 years, nobody should be able to do business in West Africa without going through Ghana. That's the whole idea we have in place.
So that means that Ghana will be like a pivot, and in so doing, it will create more jobs and become like a business hub, just like the London
Ghana
is.
has to be the South Africa of the Southern African region. Ghana has to be the Kenya of the Eastern African bloc.
That sounds very interesting. Now let's go to your source of funding. Talking about funding, some people are saying that you are very rich to go for to stand as independent candidate. Where is Mr. Gan getting all his money and funding from?
Mr. Gan doesn't have money. Let me be honest about that. What we have is a huge level of creativity and efficiency, and the very two things that we need right now. Look, I always say there's two ways of running a campaign. You can either have a lot of money and pay everybody else to do everything for you, including pay everybody to vote for you. That's one. It's a lazy approach, and it's exactly why when people come into power, they have no idea how to manage the resources because they just want to give them out to get results. That's not how you deliver results. And if you get results that way, it does not last. What we are doing is to use the little that we have to do the most that we can do. And so it's made us very creative in this campaign. It's made us very efficient in the way we spend money. And those are qualities that we believe that we can carry into the Flagstaff House. Now, you asked about where's my money coming from. Every ordinary Ghanaian. I've had people, I don't know if you remember back home, if you meet these old ladies, they tie their money at the hem of their cloth. Yes. I've had old ladies that we've been fundraising and they've taken out their 1 cedi and 5 cedi from the hem of their cloth and giving it to me. And I've accepted it because it's the only mark on my conscience that when I become president, I need to see to the well-being of those people.
And would that be enough for you to file for your EC forms? Would that be enough, that amount of money? Considering the amount of money being...
like I said, there's quite a number of people who are supporting these on a day-to-day, on a monthly and other basis. So we are very certain that we will raise the money necessary to move from here all the way to December. We are very sure of that. And as I'm speaking to you now, if GN Radio can also offer us something, then we are very happy to take. But no, this is also an appeal to those in the diaspora. If you go on our website,
any numbers to call?
The number 4.
Any numbers to call?
Sorry?
Any numbers to call if people want to donate towards your campaign?
Yes, I mean we have a Momo number in Ghana, which will take that donations directly from even the diaspora. And the Momo number, it's a Ghana number. It's 055. Sorry, let me just be sure of that number. It's hold on, it's 055. Let me just be sure I've gotten the number correctly. Yeah. So it's 05555. That's 4 5s. Quadruple 5 00333. So that's 05555 00333.
Okay.
So that's 4 5s, 2 0s, 2 3s.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And so if people are kind enough, let's do this together. I think it's about time we all throw in our little bits and make sure this happens.
Lastly, before I let you go, because I know you're a busy person, on the day of 7th January 2021, if you become the president, what message should Ghanaians and what should Ghanaians expect from Marek Kofi Gan?
Quite simply, we want to build a Ghana that works for every single one of us, not some people. We want to build a Ghana that works for all of us, not some people. And for even those in the diaspora, we want to build a Ghana such that you do not have to leave this country before you feel that you can make the most out of your own lives. So that is the critical message, is that we all together, this is not about me. This is about every single one of us as Ghanaians. We don't have another 60 years to waste. We don't have another 27 years to spare or to try mediocrity. This is happening in 2020 December. It's the only window we have. And simply put, we're here to build a Ghana that works for all of us, not some people.
And when you say all of us, which people are going to form part of your team? And who is going to be your vice president?
Our vice president will be announced in due course, but it's going to be exciting. Everything we're trying to do is exciting because we're totally different from the status quo. So I assure you it will be exciting. But in terms of who is, look, my brother, there are so many Ghanaians in Ghana and abroad, in the diaspora, everywhere, who have what it takes. I know Ghanaians who are actually even helping the British government be the best government they can be. I know Ghanaians who are helping other governments. The reality, there are Ghanaians in Africa and in Ghana who are managing multinationals and have done so very, very well. So we have capable Ghanaians. The reality is that most of them do not, because of the way we've done politics, most of them, even though they really genuinely do want to help, most of them will not do so because they don't want to be tainted with the colors of NDC and NPP. Because once you get tainted with those colors, nobody looks beyond your capabilities again. I am here, and my foremost and forward is that meritocracy should be the leading agenda in bringing the best Ghanaians possible. We have to acknowledge that people are capable and bring them, not because they paid the most money, not because they made the most noise during campaign, but because they are the most capable. I mean, you are in the UK. 7 or so years ago, Dr. Kani was taken as the governor. He's Canadian. Yeah. And that is what we want to be looking at. They didn't bring him because he's British. They brought him because he was the best man fitted for the job. And so we need to move away from, when he gave the most contribution to the party to run a campaign and he needed a Ministry of Finance. I was enjoy Sadiano.
So yours is going to be based only on a meritocracy, not because you have given towards your campaign.
No, you have. Even those around me, those in my operational teams, those in my thematic teams right now, they will tell you that, look, it's not about, it doesn't matter even if I know you. If you are not the best for this particular job to be done, we will look for the best possible to get it done. which is why we have been as efficient, even though we are very, very small, we've been efficient and we've been very creative as we are. That's the direction we want to take this country also.
Mr. Kofi, well, thank you for your time, and we are most grateful. And I hope that definitely we'll definitely have another conversation getting towards the 7th December.
I look forward to that. Thank you for having me, sir, and God bless you all.
Welcome, sir. And that's Mr. Kofi Gan. And
this is GN Radio UK.
Yes, this is GN Radio UK. My name is Dr. Ren. And let's have a quick listen to Mr. Kofi Gan, some of his songs and his ideas.
Yo awome ke atame anyeme him ke anyeme yi anyeme oblahi ke anyeme oblayi nyeme fe mimba nyedin omanye yi mi panye fai ne boa mitwe ye yuemu efio ko keke ni nka hanye ne nye kenye tui hu ahami ye yuemu ene ahe efe afi nyuma enyo.
This is GN Radio UK.
Ni wobon oshikifon ye yuemu ni blofo ba ke democracy na ni da afi edwe wonyeme ni wofon oshiki ne wo ha me ameba ni ambayo yuemu doko bi ke ngomwen ke wo wotuyami ni ke wo fon oshiki wo ha me pe etan ike amefliki okefui tamo afi ni wona eyise kula ni ke afi edwe hu etan hu amesa amekun amesa kun ameba ni ambalaka wo keshika bibi ni aketumo wona bena fe wo hin aje laka mo na me laka wo ni ametun eni ameha wo kemi ni bi baba o ni amesa ameton le keshika ne no ni amekehi wo de oshiki fon na ko anyami min bufai je ko lu ejiwo alo to ejiwo ni ama wo joy akewoye ni amele ama ye bai pepai ni awu amegbemeti ami hewale ni anyeme je wo ehun jiwo ni ama alaka wo kabele ni ame konjino na ama aye ni eye mobo akeda afiye joe ameba keleke laka mo ene no eja ke amebuo wa ke meni nile sheson anyeme Ghana bi esake leke gbeni wo nyeme ne ke wo chono ni ameke laka awo esafo ye 2020 oshiki fon nemli ni wota ogbe ni bani won wo bi ke wona bi anagbe na papai ye manse ke mane nfe wo nyeme ne ameke amema mo hilacha mo papai amehama sika mebe wale manse ji ye na me amacha mehiye wa nyeme ko oke ohoni eni papa ohame oyeku alo osa no kwe kamuko ohoni eni ehame ne ke ni eni eni ohone ehoni eni papai nyeba ya nyeba ya ni le ne ohoni eni hame esa ina be anyemi wohinga akesha moto ne ni wone kamuko bi opo akesi anyemi oyesi bi akpe numan enumo poho osune sisiye ni ka le no kweni na boturuka uka flo ohe na jemo no ho na ho lepe jake o anyemi efi mo ba leke gbemene no ba baklaka wo na ko wa ke wotela sika no chi homo yewo ewo afo shiki ahame oshiki na afo hame no ji ohia ke efi mo ke yin asisue mo ne amehwe wo ne anyeme nya no wo ya wo hia no kwa ejake NDC ke NPP amelaka wo tie amelaka wo tie ni lololue amenta ogbe slot kokro no na ma acho na ma alaka wo ko anyeme nya no wo hia ba wo hino chi eni ni bi ya.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Eha wo nunko ni leke nune mi baba yehudase matonye leke wonye wo fonsiki wo hale aw anyeme e ba fe ni namo ke hwelemo ke heyeli kama ha wo mangana ni leke oblanu ne egbeji Marik Kofi Gan ni obanyo fu egbe no po no tele Kofi Ghana apale ole sablan ye egbehi ake Kofi Ghana Marik Kofi Gan obanyo fu no kura no tele Kofi Ghana anyami leji moni edu
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Stability.
Yes, of course.
One people under one umbrella. The late president.
Endra, your man Payini Dada. Yeah, former president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Wanansi MIA, the running mate running mate. Finally, the cat was let out yesterday. J and J, John and Jane, versus Nana Ado and Bawumia. Nana Ado Bawumia ticket against John and Jane. Who is going to win? Is it going to be an independent candidate, Kofi Ghana, or Kofi Krantin? Or PPPs, we are waiting for them to also announce their flag bearer. Or is it going to be the CPP, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's own son? National say exactly at 10 a.m. Yani Fort Worth solicitors any Daniel Koy ebetwi enkomo.
Morning in a free school uniform exercise books teacher no double education.
Once you bet me a friend wa chere wadwene eva ye man payini eye dada we wono appointed and I was selected ni running mate Professor Jane Nana Ajiman Opoku Ajiman. Numbers now between the friend is 0203-735-8820 and I say 0203-286-0185. Would you this Ghana I already say you bet I elect a independent candidate and
transportation and super and fear nine for you. Economic growth.
And somebody say to me, boy, Marek Kofi Ghana in the campaign, and one is plus 233 5555
hospitals.
This time around, they're not John and John, or this time it's John and Jane.
18,000 of schools and the trees.
You better know a year in Century Kakra, Oba, a selecting, say, or your running mate, Emma John Dramani Mahamana.
Ponche Moses, some funny mind, Kobocha assassin. Nana Mamanu at it, or bread doonti, on Yanko Pon friend, so Medina.
Every crab was say a year, Omampin, that I John Dramani Mama.
President,
Eddie and Crown and it's in this untia were far or bar so when you're running mate.
The power of
when you be before frog, there be when you be before frog cry. Dr. Indumono or just one on the campaign now, what queen and a running mate and our forming ma. And when you are the Fufrobia see and I'll be BBA NC be that. Example, Dr. Indum say, no, take example, no crowd, or no leadership by example, no take lead, no crowd. Appointing a running mate, ma. And NDC for the Bewa and Oma Foul Bars a running mate. Obviously, we bet me argue, say, the NDC, a political party, be a woman more drew the and the two major political parties, a MPP, NDC, there, Nankani, Odbema, NDC, say, Womo, a year, two parties, will be a wedding kind a or bar as running mate, no, the National Democratic Congress. Namibisa say, is the gender going to divide? Are women going to vote because I say or your running mate or your bantiana? Is it going to sway the floating voters for the vote for the NDC? Enjoy your singers. We should more Ghana 52% dear a year man kwan e Ghana na just say a man do so no e mrante wo kurumo ana mema e Ghana na ye man mo do so pa 52% dear a year man kwan. In a country of population of about 30 million, no, a man would also say, Mema. Ibusa say, a Mabetwama, a year, Prof. Jane Nana, Opokuajimayana. So your bantin, a Betwamana. Dodo one so I cast a big Ghana for Macram, put in shut down Conco Tuaba. About to do cry, Mount Crank Conco Tuaba. It is hard the other than Kiantuama, a papa with Cindy because not a running mate, no, your bar. Economic growth. And I pay me busase the running mate Professor Jane Mensah which me abua ama John Dramani Mahama ewini the 2020 general election. Sanso na bibusa are we ready for an independent candidate to say one also ebeko the Jubilee House and our Flagstaff House akwa ye man penyana wote Kofi Ghana wose wono ne nhihye ne de wo ba woni obi ka obi nsunsun ne ka ono ne campaign a wo ye no emobra obi a tuatua tekusempo a nti oba anya afi no beka say he pledged any allegiance to any individual persons bi wa ka say wo the position fa no one man position say there be the ministers 15 pair
so say the Ghana Bishop President John Mahama san or the embe ko bosha asase so by the power of Jehovah you will get
enti na me bisa say wo hwemu a enra running mate you be call phone line so course hello good morning, welcome to GN Radio UK. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Minion. Let me say.
Boko, every year, in term every year, Deputy Organizer, NDC, UK, Ireland, only.
Pasha, I knew.
Any free year. Yamia do me who you announce where.
I'm going to find out my name of Pai, but we be able to.
A Jababa, Ababa, do, Enra, Abraway, Puma, Ewoquem, Professor Jane Mensah, Prof, the year I call a year Kivas, the Yenimono. Anyway, you wabo. You nim dear. Enra, I say.
Your minimum is Namame Chow, no tip for no Jimmy Funina. Yes, you say, I'm a Tiabla Papa, many Mahama, Ghana Funina, any dash of one. Then your own said, Assembly Beto Jano, and NDC 4, and another near Geo. Nagana 4 Pitru, and Kanka, Yamanom. Yenya manum ya yirenom say na die ye ko si gina ye kase pa no oba edimu bi no ne ye kodwenjene eno be magana etima fa ne ntoma pa efra mpele bebre mu ye wo president ya wote so sesi a mrebi okoduru amanone ye Canada pese otimi ka kire wiase afa na afo nyina say Ghana die Yeni oba anase yenuru baabi a yebetimi de oba se yesi konya ne afa adwen kese a ye de oba be ka ho misi se otefo kai sa asem we nyina enti no se ne ye wo oba bi te se ye maame na ke opoku ajiman ye hwe ni nyuma waye e de memfa na education ni bibia kora tonche ni nim de bibia tonche Yes, any new ma why if he said NDC Fano 2013, say Omer Minister of Education. Masa nyama be bria ma many de bu apamono. Emma Ghana etimi yadisha etimi ko animu pa. Because emfie mi ensaso eye why kasade and exam si Ghana nya award 3 consecutive years. Oh, the modern book and then in Yama or the Guapam. And I know, let's say, before the Veba, I assume I saw being Casa. Nanasama or Bakaya Crano, a Magana Funina who say, MPP for the woman, a drama, your Samudia woman, and man, it's a capra baby. Because Yang kwatia drum ranko ye bibia mrano masa ene emao nene ya papa John Dramani Mahama o ye bi pen ono ne penso na otimi ma attorney general be ye wo ba enu wo mu ka ho asema se na na gufado na ye ne ya oba ya na ono so besia no enti na ya sa tu na mo foforo bi e wo mu se obi atu bi pen e te se e bia PPP de but ye said ye kesipa utim so obenya konya no ho a woje aba obesom no wasom Ghana yi ama Ghana fo nyina enya oba tampa no fu anum dia na ye de ya papa John Dramani Mahama aye no nra ena me no ka se ma mi we tina ho a me want to mean be Pia Bonnie Pia to me come from my because you are sure about Ghana politics yet. They are not BP for saying you are fair running meeting when you say, in the pie at the neighbor banner, or move a some Umbeka at the good hoofy. They move papa a woman for the party my any day. If you are not about power, she said, add Tinny, and now almost Umbetimania. Bibi boni bi aka fa ma mi we ho
na ndo wanti ana e ba be komo achina wanti de communication director MPP ya boabia samu abeka ye se ma me ni take it campo de enso ni kra
da be wa trese e trese ye yi obenti no ye nya serious wa no mo ye bu no me bo ai ti mu Ghana fo a se bi wo mu beto aba ama December 7th umbeto abano yemu omo but no mom asa peja ye vote no krasa akosoro mo ama 40 members a omuye ma sabe nanka eni o ma fi mo no ya boabia samu akaka bibia soma dwuma mane nwane wo mo me se BP yakopon ande wo mo ho a akoye bi said ade ne ya papa kura no mu ba ho ana abesai na ekwasia wo mo because the Ghana population and your man that does so
52%
yeah now then you are quite now you have one more does so man ya did you task here the track here now very also you do a barber simultino a man you move Ghana for my betre baby I will move I know mobile at that and the office of a boy sɛ ma me nka sɛm yɛnu ne mmiɛnsa ɛnkyerɛw
metie
sɛ ma me we ɛmpɛ wɔ se sɛ Ghanafoɔ yɛnyɛ serious ɛwɔ Ghanafoɔ ɛbɛto aba nso a ma me we bɛyɛ educational minister ne nneɛma a wɔyɛɛyɛ ɛdi kan ɛne sɛ wɔbɛhwɛ sɛ awofo biara bɛtumi de ne ba akɔ school free na ne school free na ɔkaa sɛ ɔde ɔmu bɛkorɔ no wɔanhwɛ ne sɛ nkora ne nkɔ ne just like that sɛ deɛ akufo ado ne MPP yɛ no awɔ sɛ wɔhwɛ sɛ wɔn bɛkɔ no bɛnya asomdwam wɔn bɛtena asomdwam nti wɔstarte free basic wine no a wɔn sɛ classrooms bebree wɔ hɔ a wɔn ni nkonnwa te so nti deɛ ɔyɛ sɛ ɔbɛma schools no bebree anya desk chairs and desks ansa na wɔto anammɔn foforɔ ɛno akyi a wɔfiri hɔ no deɛ ɔsan yɛ biom sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛnya more teachers ama womatima ba classrooms no ma be kira de ehwo no na wode koyi data code ni free so no anti wode ba set and the teacher ni kura wo wie ya no on national service wadwuma ne da ho straight away on akoye wadwuma eti ano so ma teachers confirmed more onim say na teacher for kura no kane no school ma no adwane o ma santisi no na gina 27% ma me we na bete so ma ne ba 7%.
Enti deputy ena de ense dan konsem no mu bebre behwem fo mochena enti wo de ususu pa se maami ticket de ticket bi a mo bom ho mode ne de a edin bako back to Flagstaff House and Jubilee House
no body ani yi John kwa yi John no unim say maami we de na ba ye ne ye say na no ye bia mutu say manifesto no ye dia Ghana fo nyina ho but mla okay say na no last week ya no the manifesto no performa ye Papa John Dramani Mahama
yes
na ye hwe mu no bebre dia o mu kan ne say se be ya o ma device nye oba se be timia o ma device nye oba
enunti na eye asantimamu na nkofo bi susu senka eye Dr. Kwabena Dofoi ana nka obagie enunti na mode ma eye prof ana
oh ya chaniama bebre ana wonza make the Ghana for no ne ni wo mu kasa through our manifesto no nti we ni bi kan sama wo mo ne de beto ye Papa John Dramani Mahama animo no
ene no Ghana for nsama a matie ana mu di so a mo de ba bebu Ghana man
yeah ana ya san hwe adwuma ma me no ba ye no otimi ye de boa ye ma Ghana for enya ahomfaso nkanka emu ma enya ahomfaso bebre others enunti ene yegina so de ye ene nim se obetima ye oyo batampa sabe esenanum kura woyima esenanum kura wode ma enti ode afutuo na ho odin ni bibia ebeboa ama NDC afanantoma pefra adinkunim na asogana fo nyina woni ma de ba ko amepere ma me we ho ma me we one na kasa okasa bi o tie bi no no so ka bi the moment I will try say who did not tell me no aka na no atom on kasa ho bi ni the every before suma wo communication minister said that let us o me kasa no ye ni bibia e ka kire no ma me no so nya ade so obeyi na no na emum Ghana for emma ene betre because MPP na kasa no do da wo ma no kura nyi ma ni o mu Ghana for ma nti enya wa wasa opanyina ne kasa ya oye independent candidate and na one independence for aba system ni mu because wo mu nim say amamu ni say ni ebu ni dia ade na o mu ni ntimi mu emu bie nti o mu so nyina ba ba pribi Akufo-Addo ene ba umia ama Ghana akonya no aye say ye free Frasa House or the Akosi Theater. Oh, nti NDC besa aba near ye free theater ho e the Akosi Frasa House. Ama Ghana we say amamu no a serious business.
Yo,
deputy concert ye e say the papa sintum katre ba umia no. What is it? Was it ba umia tani president vice president was a comedian center nti no. And yes, I know. Now the year no, say ampa Ghana ya mini business.
Yo, deputy, you the best year no china de. You be come ye na ya hwe nsensem wa wo why?
Yo ya da sini e di we abade you say Ghana fo nyina som na enkanka emuma sebe etrene ekon nyina no age asom a boy of Papa John Dramani Mahama abaso. The akane say dan bedru no mdum kokromoti akoda na se.
Yo, yes, that's deputy organizer Emma the NDC party no UK and Ireland or no any attending cano. But that's so afraid.
Welcome to Tuesday. This is GN Radio UK.
Where you buy a special request to a boom for me. And a mini PB, I'm in a train come on, or MP. Was a dog, my kind show, a prof in your befan war. The professor that won us the NDC to come into power. We lost him, and so we are going back to the central region to bring to you another prof. And it is a divine on the 7th of July 2020. Divine was say all indications, both physical and spiritual. Actually say the NDC is going to win power, and I'm saying prof with you. But the to be Facebook so na mom say am fa ma me no dia what the because was say am fa ma me no ame me me botum sike bi dia ma na o ka chere say ma me no so ne fa no ame mbɔ nwum we me hu say was send me a message tin and onti me bɔ no nwum ama no Dr. Zanata Rollins. Doc, good morning. Especially for you.
What them I say? Me I no want talk anything. Money they call me for my brain. Yamba kinchiki yadi. Na sayanzu kungani. This time me I got the party. I decide kungani.
Na me ka show say be call. Ni NS Safo. One a London chapter a youth organizer Emma the national new patriotic party. Good morning, Ernest. Welcome to GN Radio UK. Ernest, now pum to say. Ernest, what do you mean, car? Okay. And yeah, what do you mean, car? They are missing me too, and car. Emma Kwaba, a Ernest, say the line no ahumano Ernesto. Sisi. NST MPP woman youth organizer London chapter on the dano NS Manenko.
That's it. So chair for the American now. Sorry, I see a kind of you're now vice candidate for NDC.
A running mate, a Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai.
Oh, they say Nana Nyama. Yeah. Now we're not to Bremen side with 2 years time and we are ban. Now, na said doctor. Wow, when you cheer. Dry, ya dream tie. You put who somewhere chill. Say Rollins there in Munyan so.
Sir. Yes, unanimous in zoo.
Oh, that's Council of Elders Namp and your cookie down for them, please. But Rina, who jumps so plenty, the Ghana. We see as an American party in India. Namiti a free Abacasa. Now, Ghana, we have a problem. NDC, or man play tribal politics. And maybe also more your band teachers, MPP from Pam and Pemasan. Na ba a government how many a man who me me do baby but my take when another call so 2 roll is the crana or say your ban name say sabi near the ba a bon in name ba na ye man na under government day na the NDC so mo don marching party bia oh, you may be into perspective. My professor, man of Kaba, about nothing. They're not so yet fly Jubilee House.
Let us say, my Kaba cry, what the man who cry and say, Prof. Cram Pudi, on you be asa, I am communication director. Ya being Asamoah, editor general.
No, Asama, no, I cannot. I knew because or no. Where the car said that I catch say in my first coup d'etat, if I catch you say, anyway, indecisive. Now, danger lurks around any decision I make. My president book and of that. Into mena as a Ghana movement. Maybe someone say danger Bena Papa is a brain. You may catch my mate Kenya as the education minister. You can solve allowance in the brain. Teacher training allowance came. I'm on for so when I but here. I do baby for so much chalk keke. And now I winter trace of fire. A muku general also be repeated this near them. As a mammy or bar mammy penny to be of a sign petition, maybe seeing release you.
Ebi mukrasa abrante di dwantoa de bre no ano no nso agina dwantoa no so kopa judge sefo achew eno kranti ana ogina so a wo sign sa petition no enti one free practical pay and sign petition no na emom no wo make sure say wo di dwantoa kodan ansa na ekohwe say judge sefo yi ebeji atomu a ansa na wo di enim apachew eri ama abrante no.
Doctor, still free the honest, so the top of my what and I was an issue. I mean, I was to find be a stop fans of a 7 year. Say, my man, as medium per se, a study of Yafa, my men, and my engine are able to do. And we are happy to say, my Korean and one of the 5 boy. Name or bar, what's in your agree, say, Nipa, Emma, what's maybe an another, and may repeat. And I'm a person may intend to do it to the Nipa Penny Supreme Court judges. They are not a miniature days are a Sebius, our money being among the credentials done and the education at the yard. But the air can say, maybe a mamma dear, then me cram, then I yet to what then maybe because may repeat we are annual day. Now we were whole court of the land, Etimiama. I'm a custodial sentence. Now we need for my president. Well, agreed to 1 thing and 20% of Bumi already and yet. Next uncle for me and our bus when you take it on the challenge.
Dr. Ba challenge Dr. Baumiani, His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuadu.
almost a reserve, or money a doctor, Parker syndrome, and a PP, a for a PNC for no money about a reserve. The end of the Obia, you still for a young challenge. Challenge in a banner, we get your challenge.
There's with your cool chop grammar a year Nanadu Baumia ticket for 2020.
Easy cry, we cool chop grass, I'm not can cool chop. I am. What picture allowance is doing, and I think no one has a picture man. It will be a teacher 3 months in Chioka. The cat is better than a Kogana, make me near about. So I do not do 2 years in Tianica. And then after some. And I also the Yenya, a Oban Tiaman to Mammy, we are mammy, now to try by a new who saw a mammy. I know your band took or from my dear who say, all Bano cook created was mammy. If any diva could a madam and basic. Now, baby, will be chicha, 3 SHs near your Babuaka, Mia station. I will be class the castle, then maybe the castle be removed, or better, Buaka and Nipanas are removed because why be that a president for.
Yo, Ernest, your friends here, now Yama a tear for some room. Yamia don't know about details. Why?
That's it. Maybe I can another down carnival, but then I say John Camp.
Yo, Ernest and I attending Cano, a London, a MPP for Omo Youth, a organizer, London chapter, no, one on Danoa and a let's say, or say a cool job, crowd demand the MPP. Minim says I answer now, so fun or they are. Say, and you know. A running mate, a NDC led by their flag bearer candidate John Dramani Mahama and a way you know. Who is saying, wait me abwa ama a woman paying dada John Dramani Mahama a winning a election no and a don't the NSD or so on any crowd and do feel say it's just a cool chop because we hear my men crown on one home modern sa and tea or no so at the afwa a year. One communication director, Yabuabian Samoa, Asamoa, or Kaye, Yabedana, now wants to be to me afraid. It was 020 373 58820. Young Crown Money, so hello, good morning. You're more about GN Radio UK, so.
Hello, doctor.
Yes,
yeah, good morning.
Joni.
Yeah, Joni.
And rather 1 month to time the Akatu have been there, Manenko.
Yo, Medawasi, Namechi, Tifuina. The your friend saying acceptance and answer the endorsement and our nominations in Yahundia Minkano by Yamamia CCNDC for Akofana. Yes, in painful in Ajatum.
Unanimous.
Yeah. Me, I am not looking at it in the say whether Obetimia between another and me. I mean, I'm not looking at it in that area. What I'm looking at, the NDC for a year, that is very important today.
Dr. Papa Kwesindum Musuyebiu. First time in you, Dr. Papa Kwesindum, the running mate. No, you're bar. Osako second time, the running mate. Nessa your bar.
Good, Dr. Papa Kwesindum AAB, and only in some way Americano. You see, we didn't a kind of trumpet Yanka and many who say, look, now women are progressing. And then then they are advancing, they are kind of moving up because if you are saying Yamia and this is me winning. Wouldn't say your Papa Mahamo, we know just 1 tempe. Until then there is a possibility say in the near future you be a female president. Say Yamma Monson and Domo Yeden until we should be dedicating our time today, irrespective of which political party you belong to say, look, NDC for Dr. Papa Kwesindum Abaso for the role how more year to kind of enhance the capabilities of women. And only a very important for me, it is not about whether she's a good choice or she's not a good choice or whatever. But you say, because a man or a man it is a mame as a future vice president and also a potential president. I think that it is important to realize that if you know, political actors, especially MPP, that sending a young mokano, young Cecilia Obana, Yadenebano, young for respect. Yamma respect emra your politics nimpa na nya ochnebi nkofo ko ye ne obi be se omuko ye se ne omu ye papa Mahama bina obi o no ba bi mpo no wa ye bibi no se o ne oba bia ohun that kind of thing emma mu nkonko ye bibi sa again enya with respect ne ye na yam for respect ne yam fan hwe who is who. For me, I think say as a political watcher I feel say NDC had a very big plus at their common numbers on. With this woman no more pointing. I mean, it's a surprise, and I think say she can kind of sway some votes for the NDC. Yeah, Joe,
hello, good morning. Your name and where you calling from? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. But Joe, did you be free?
Dr. Ren, I'm watching. Watching.
But I see. Probably I need.
Hey, Doctor. I'm a parent NDC. I mean, a doctor. Me Masama make when say Ghana, yeah, I have him. 1 year.
Will I know? You.
Yeah, that's about what you mean.
I'm a tonka.
The next yeah, can be after Corona, and then the Ecoso Accra Girls School. And you make I don't know, and no encounter topic in the wrong because you are not paying Chinami and topic will review. And the American running mate NDC for a well, it's an NBC running mate or bar. Fine. Me, I know beating about a Jumano. Let me say, who am I be modern ball Croatia for Mui or by the way with me a born home modern or mining Germany and Jamaica, young club modern bar or ball. Well, me America or more biggest mistake in the back home, and they say no mufis or bar or one person or baby do almost so into no more coffee for you by where they were what they mess things up. Into say, on my opinion that I you or bar. We are trying to say a mad or more about that. Into my man or bano. On man no cray, any papeo, any juma. Never, mamma, yes, I can tell share you who or man. Child Mumuaso Catasono, only a no infinimu, now on your street. Oh, it is a maddy or bow because of your street in no street. Oh, on pen cataso, any other Mumuaso on pet. Timamen one fair no yet the imminent kind. Now say, Yamasian, I don't know, be a send this to me by power. It be in say Jumano, who beats me about whom modern. She, your manaquaba. Your man a moon so say your man paying that I see me out then as a latino. Mamma, your baby, your papa, and your mamma, meaning I say, or mobile Jumani, am I?
You, that's a Crobian sooner, a ten and cannot let us say, Croatia, yebi, T. Segana, and no, your fat a running mate or your body, Emma, the opposition party, a year quack to a baby. Now, what did you say? Ne quine swa, I don't know. No, not Crobia, they are to jar. Me, I can't want to me. Professor Jane, Nana, Pokwajiman. I'm in time for Unica Grandfather. Yeah, one a year 22nd November 1951. Yeah, we know Cape Coast. Walker School, a year in Mofra Bremo Anglican, a year girls' school, a secondary school, and a work for Rudia. If you want to also echo a brief Presby, a year girls' school, and was at the bar, a year Cape Coast beam. Wabay and also, and we'll call one of the best schools, a year a war Ghana, CCA, Wesley Girls, a high school, and we'll call yeah. We'll cry a Masters of Doctorate degree. Wobono ewo eye Toronto and Ontario ewo eye Canada eye 1980. 1980. Kwesi 1986. Yen hweno academics eye positions a wotimi ahold BA. Wobeye Minister for Education. Ranzakra no the head of Department for English. Brofudi wakapa bisa so kran so enim so waka French so. Enti senia omampain na danko ekupuado ekaf French kase ye mami o prof so ono so eka French pa. Wasanso Elina or the Dean of the Faculty of Art University of Cape Coast Warden and Adishi Hall Vaco Trust Fund postgraduate hostel or ye Dean was the Dean of School of Graduate Studies in 1997, Academic Director of the School for International Training and the History of Culture of the African Diaspora. 2008, Equity 2012, no, the Vice Chancellor Emma, the University of Cape Coast. And you know she's the heartbeat away from the President John Dramani Mahama. Can she appeal the floating voters? Can she? Free Commander Edna Eguafu Abrim KEEA enso and Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum free. That just one of the it has produced doctors and professors which one of my bemu or my firm MPs just say sa constituency one Commander Edna Eguafu Abrim one of my bene papa no wonder say Central Region. And exactly at 10 a.m. Yani Fort Wall solicitors between Komo. Keep all your legal questions coming. Send them via our WhatsApp, which is 0778 793 9958. I have my own experience with Professor Jane. I have my own personal experience. Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. With you. She's someone that listens and listens attentively. I know you've been to Zua the Rim Friday and who when you went now 10 years when she outgrow Bekayo. And in terms of retentive memory, I've been more papa. But is it enough to for the floating voters to vote for the NDC? Because you say MPP NDC there, one more staunch supporters, the 40% in the send your TBR and we trying to make crown one no and battle no betuno MPP no betuno we in a day MPP no betuno sounds on NDC for 40% at the Biomunyano sounds one or monsuno 40% we in a day or betuama the NDC but any no did 10 plus 10 now side 11% become about 51% no I been with me akọ Jubilee House no no any asem wo. Is gender card going to play a role? In terms of the CVD, it's very fantastic. But the question is, how well will she be able to sell herself? From what a lot of people perceive the NDC to be as an anti-academia. And I know that would say Domelu Assembly of guys say bottom up bottom social media name of how is Professor Jane and Nana Opoku-Agyeman going to bring to a 2020 election? And dear Ben for front of how well is she going to be able to sell herself from what people perceive? The NDC anti-academia. Ernest Cradio Chese, the NDC party in Crano, Monshada, to trust something in your. How well is this a professor? As the running mate for a professor, as the running mate for the former president John Mahama. How well is she going to sell herself? I know, sir, already people have started scrutinizing her. The MPP did yesterday. Wabian Samoa, watch now, a candidate, Jane. Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Jane and John. Or John and Jane versus Nana Addo and Bawumia. Jack, and easy, sir. Love the country, Ghana. Yabini. Yenimu dear we are wapa na ye to me did the new maybe pan and key did new maybe soon yank ye new maybe ya. Jidis and Kebeko ya name. Maminka was very soon and check Yanni a year Fort Worth solicitors but you think come on. Yes, Fort Worth solicitors. Who do testimony in the Fabra? Your experience with the Fort Worth solicitors. Do you have any testimonies? You can just send it via our WhatsApp line. Just send a voice note, and I'll definitely play it on air. Maminka will say the station, of course, is GN Radio UK. My name is Dr. Rena, the king of the morning show. What qualities is our Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman? What qualities is she bringing to mobilize the grassroots people? Easy. There was one particular two people just say they were not in support of a prof. And until my meeting and I think a bus delays. A quiet time I another danko Kufuado Eka say or the Bawumia Beko. A Hons and Sempa MPP from paying for Pakaye. The national executive members no Nizamom Kekaye. And Bawumia Crampodi or no Kra 1 minute would name a year friend is politics Musa. As the same Fifi is just an economist. Bank of Ghana deputy DNN so a fun a yama yon some me and I did this wa anana edin yiu ejina so abesi ne yenya the ticket a year Nana Addo Bawumia being the vice president. Young corner quickly I'm for a call away just 1 minute. Hello, good morning. Just 1 minute. Welcome to GN Radio UK. Your name and where you calling from?
Many are radio, sorry, say my time back now. Many are Ernest. Free any.
Yeah, free 80.
Many all the on what to you know they are born no home. And look, and I Ghana for my Castle here, mamma. Ghana for so here, mamma. Because when we send them out, can be said and Kurani Boneno or Pacho. Eddie Mancolan into your bonnet. Oh, and to about Papa Pana make a no. Send no one who send it by a bonnet. No Pacho, Amane Bano. Over Kasa Babumu. And mammy, you know, we are back, we are or Bakuba at the core baby saying you were Henno. You train one or him to Obekumuno. Oh, Chomum, you know. The Ayana Dia was Jim and Kulahon and Mahon Senior. That's a Kulano. On for Mamma, and Conadacha, running in our bit Masomano. And Pacho, Mamma, or watching my mamma and mamma, and only been Yako Yinaban. No, can be said, over try allow us to sing. Yes, because near Nisika, ya diversity school again, I'm a teacher, Satimako Makotra, my dear. nti ye twa allowance ni mu no onya sika EDCC yi blocks and Nakufu Adubaye was you Miano school not a William.
Joe, deputy. Yemfesia, Otsnabekom.
Medemanuisino. We'll try Monosono.
Your time in my time as soon, deputy. Deputy, my time as soon.
And yet, been in about me, what Timmy
that's it. I'm on your 40. One minute. I'm be fun 1 hour. Yanko na yene legal hour. Yene for two solicitors and between come up. Na bohu there will say yene a lawyer Daniel Coy. Between come up. Let's go. Shannon son a year wo how when saying when you sue, when you see saying, I am crata someone, and I say a litigation man so tria. I am Wilson probate. And I say, we fear our fuck and bonnie be sweet to 1 hour. 4 solicitors make I was say. One more about Emery Moon, someone, one more Benny, Papa. Wow, Papa, I'm when you're on Crata. I didn't crat on the buy, and your catcher will say, we need right for appeal Biana. So we declare, lawyer say, Fabra, or my favorite a year later, no more reply accordingly. And Maubu, Wabemumbu, and Bohunzo. 4 solicitors ever home and why. I don't pay you no more between Como. Any lawyer Daniel Coy between Como. And Tibomodiana Shannon so.
Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jagaido. Make you no cry, oh, no cry, oh. Say you go be, make you still try, oh. You my drum on in your walk, I shit no good way. I pretty make you no cry, oh, still try, oh. Say you go be, make you no cry, oh. You my drum on in your and die. I don't mean a song, I don't mean a dream.